From KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning to you. It's Wednesday, April 24th.
Happy Wednesday. Happy Fiesta Wednesday. It continues today. I get the Nyosas going on today. We're getting ready for those parades.
Getting ready for the heat, too. Mike Ostrage is here this morning.
And kind of the mist and drizzle. So I'm going to show you a better shot behind me here. But temperatures are way up. Just think a couple of mornings ago, we were down in the low 50s. We're at 70 right now. And that bottom number, the dew point temperature, has gone up as well. Get used to that because it's not going anywhere. There is a little bit of mist. There's a little bit of fog around here. Going to make up to 83 later on today, which is not too far from a normal high temperature, but then you have the humidity on top of that, obviously. As far as the aquifer, yesterday down 0.4 of a foot, and then the allergens, mold is on the moderate side, pecan grass, pine, not seeing any oak. Yeah, oak season is finally done. Just a fond memory. Here's another look outside with a live cam, and as you can see how murky it is out there. This is 10 at 4:10, and we've got that mist hanging around here, a few damp roads, and then visibility. It's actually gone up ever so slightly, going up 10 in toward Bernie and toward Kerrville, but we still have that batch of fog out there. 4 miles visibility out at the airport, 5 at Castroville right now. So obviously, as always the case in the mornings, this is going to get thicker and it's going to start spreading around as the morning rolls on. Upper 60s, low 70s. Yeah, way above normal, obviously, and everybody's got all of this humidity around here. When these dew points get in the upper 60s approaching 70, you really start to notice it, and this is why we have some of that mist out there. So morning fog, mist, hot and humid. That's going to be today and tomorrow. Also going into Friday. Now, there is a chance for a few showers and thunderstorms, but it's looking like those are going to be waiting until later on in the afternoon. So parade starts right, Vanguard about 10, parade about 10:30 in the morning. And I think we're going to make it through that without any worry about that. We'll keep a close eye on it, of course, but it looks like it is going to be later on in the afternoon. Then Saturday, now, all afternoon is going to be hot and humid. Saturday is going to be really hot and humid. We're going to be knocking at the door of 90 on Saturday with all that humidity. Plus, the atmosphere is very, very volatile on Saturday. There will be a few evening showers and thunderstorms. Now, the brunt of the rain as it looks right now, and I'll show you more on this coming up, but it looks like it's going to wait until after the parade on Saturday night at Flambeau, but we'll definitely keep a close eye on that. Then we get into Sunday, a couple of showers left over, and still, yeah, the theme here, hot and humid. All the details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, the man behind the wheel this morning who does know how to drive a stick shift is Justin Horn.
Do I? Not
sure. Do you?
No. Let's take a look at an incident that we just had come in about 20 minutes ago. This is along Highway 90 near Zarzamora. This is eastbound. I believe this is the exit ramp as you get off 90 to Zarzamora. We have a rollover. The car is right there. You got first responders working on that. A lot of flashing lights, and traffic is going to be moved to the far left lanes. Obviously, this is pretty early this morning, so there's not a lot of volume of traffic, but this is going to slow folks down. We hope everyone's okay here, but that is going to cause some backups until they can get that cleaned up. And again, that is 90 at Zarzamora eastbound coming into downtown. And on our map, that really is the only incident we have. We do have a stall out near Bandera and 410, but that's not causing any problems. It's right here where this is the incident that we just showed you. It's still green, though, on the map. And again, that's probably just due to the fact there's not a lot of volume of traffic yet. We know things will pick up. And as Mike just showed you, there's drizzle out there, too. So the roads are slick. Take it slow this morning. And we'll have more updates for you coming up here in just a couple minutes. Guys.
New this morning, San Antonio police arrested a murder suspect who they say shot and killed a man back in January of last year. 30-year-old Michael Gaitan is accused of shooting and killing 40-year-old Roland Garcia at a house police say was being used for illegal gambling on January 26th of 2023. It happened just after 10 p.m. that night on Hayden Drive on the southwest side near Old Pearsall Road. That's where officers found several 8-liner machines. An arrest affidavit says the shooting happened after a dispute between Garcia and Gaitan. Police say he and another person got away in a white Volkswagen Jetta. Gaitan is now facing a murder charge.
A shooting turns into a stabbing, and now one man is dead and another fighting for his life. This all happened in the corner of Clamp Avenue and Grosvenor Boulevard on the south side yesterday. This morning, San Antonio police say a 27-year-old man died on the scene after being stabbed, and a 58-year-old man is at the hospital in critical condition. Police say the two were doing maintenance on the house when a toddler started to get in the way, starting an argument. Now, neither of the men are the child's dad. However, police believe one of them is dating the mother and homeowner. Police explain the argument escalated quickly.
But we don't know who had the gun on them and if it was pulled out to shoot or if it just discharged.
Correct. And so there was a struggle for the gun at some point, and exactly we're trying to determine exactly if the individual took the gun with the purpose of shooting him.
Now, at this time, the San Antonio Police Department is still trying to figure out who is the suspect and who is the victim in the case. They say the homeowner is cooperating in the ongoing investigation.
A former Southside ISD teacher arrested and jailed. 56-year-old Ernest Orlando Herrera used to teach at La Soya Middle School. He's now also charged with having an improper relationship with a student. According to a warrant from Southside ISD police, Herrera allegedly had sexual contact with a 13-year-old who was a student in his classroom. Warrant goes on to say Herrera wrote and signed a statement confessing to the inappropriate actions. And by the time police were alerted, Herrera had already been removed from the classroom.
And do you recognize these two people on your screen? San Antonio police are looking for them. They say that they walked into a fast food restaurant on the south side of town and demanded money from the clerk at gunpoint. Now, while no one was hurt in this robbery, the suspects did get away. So if you know anything that can help, you are asked to call San Antonio police.
The U.S. Food and Drug Administration says that samples of pasteurized milk have tested positive for remnants of the bird flu virus that infected dairy cows. However, the agency says the commercial milk supply is safe, in part because of pasteurization, which heats milk to a specific temperature for a period of time. The announcement comes nearly a month after an avian influenza virus that has sickened millions of wild and commercial birds in recent years was detected in dairy cows in at least 8 states. This morning, a $95 billion foreign aid package for Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan now heads to President Joe Biden's desk.
As ABC's Wynn reports, the bill could also effectively ban TikTok in the U.S.
Overnight, the Senate overwhelmingly approved the long-delayed $95 billion package to provide aid to Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan. Majority Leader Chuck Schumer celebrating the 79-18 vote.
I'm very proud of what has happened. We tell our allies, we stand with you. We tell our adversaries, don't mess with us. We tell the world we will do everything to defend democracy and our way of life.
President Biden hailing the bill as a major bipartisan victory against tyranny and oppression. It comes 8 months after the president initially requested the emergency foreign aid. The legislation was stalled in the House after far-right Republicans opposed sending aid overseas without addressing immigration here at home. President Biden will sign the legislation today. It includes $61 billion for Ukraine, marking the first congressional aid for the country in more than a year. As fighting intensifies in Ukraine and its air defenses run low, the White House says weaponry should be sent to Ukraine this week. Another major component in the bill, a potential TikTok ban. Congress now forcing the China-based company to sell the platform within 9 months or face a ban. Despite some pushback from the 170 million users in the U.S., lawmakers in both parties raising national security concerns.
They've not been in the classified briefings that Congress has held, which have delved into more deeply some of the threat posed by foreign control of TikTok.
If TikTok's parent company ByteDance can't or won't sell by the deadline, Americans will not be able to update or download the app. TikTok vowing to fight the ban in court. Wynn, ABC News, Washington.
Back here at home, it's one of the most popular events during all of Fiesta. We're giving you an inside look from opening night.
That's right. Our Lee Waldman brings us the sights and sounds from NIOSA.
It's night one of NIOSA, and so many of you are out here enjoying the festivities, but how well do you really know your Fiesta knowledge? We're putting you to the test.
A chance to get out, mingle with all the locals, say hi to everybody. You see everybody you don't see throughout the year. I mean, it's a lot of fun, and don't forget, the main reason is because, we party with a purpose.
Come on, Daddy. official Fiesta station and the best television station in town.
KSAT 12! Woo!
Viva! I can already smell it. My stomach is grumbling. We're excited. We're ready to go.
Chicken on a stick, turkey legs, my favorite. Lots of fun. This is a city that knows how to party. We do it for 11 straight days, and it's a party with a purpose.
Fiesta! Viva Fiesta! Are y'all excited for Fiesta?
It's the official six-pack of Texas, especially for Fiesta.
Thank you, Lee.
Appreciate you.
Viva Fiesta! Ahua!
And even with all of the construction this year, so many of you found your way out to La Bahita to enjoy the festivities. We have all that you need to know for all of Fiesta on KSAT.com. Lee Waldman, KSAT 12 News.
How fun.
I know, a lot of fun. Thank you, Lee. There are still several more days of Fiesta, so they are packed with fun events. The coronation is taking place today, and 2 performances are happening at the Charlene McCombs Empire Theater at 7 and 10 later tonight. So you also have the Fiesta Garten Fest later. That's at Beethoven Hall, and Garten and Fiesta de los Reyes continues at Market Square. You can head to KSAT.com right now for a complete list of events happening throughout Fiesta.
5:11, 70 degrees.
Well, Amazon launches a new grocery delivery subscription service. We're going to show you how much it would cost you and what you would get.
And coyote confrontations caught on camera. Up next, what a wildlife expert says you should do now that they're becoming more active.
Pretty scary there. And looking out there with a live cam, 70 degrees, not too bad. Looking forward to the Fiesta heat today and throughout the week. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It's 5:14. As spring temperatures rise, many people are encountering coyotes, which can be a danger to pets. ABC's Janae Norman has the details in today's GMA First Look.
In this morning's GMA First Look, coyote confrontations caught on camera.
It took me a second to realize, like, hey, this is the coyote.
Brett Cohn stopping in his tracks, capturing this large canine strolling through New York City's Central Park.
I knew right away it wasn't a dog off its leash.
Come on, Brody. And in Massachusetts, one woman recounting the frightening moment she came face to face with the coyote while walking her dog.
I've never been more scared because I was like, this is insane.
Watch as the coyote hops a fence, chasing after Carrie Chinosky and her dog Brody.
No.
As things get warmer, especially as spring is in the air now, these animals are becoming more active.
And coming up at 7 a.m., how you can protect your pets. With your GMA First Look, I'm Janae Norman, ABC News, New York.
5:16, 70 degrees.
Out there with TransGuide this morning. I didn't see problems earlier, but now a bunch of flashing lights there at Highway 90 at Zarzamora. We're going to be checking in with our Justin Horn, who is filling in for RJ Marcus this morning.
Some people just know that the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate. Because there's a right way to... Stop! And the speed limit definitely isn't...
700 million miles per hour.
So why would you pay a rate based on...
A terrible boss with a terrible haircut!
Save with DriveWise and get a rate based on you. You're in good hands with Allstate.
You've had thyroid eye disease for a long time, and you've lived with the damage it caused. But even after all these years, restoration is still possible. Learn how at TEDhelp.com.
Alice loves the scent of Gain so much, she wished there was a way to make it last longer. Say hello to your fairy godmother, Alice, and long-lasting Gain scent beads, part of the irresistible scent collection from Gain.
5:19, welcome back.
Yes, welcome back to this Fiesta Wednesday, but already kind of like slowdowns on the roadways already.
Yeah, we were afraid of that because, as Mike will tell you, there's some drizzle out there. You know, whenever we get just a little bit of rain, it always seems to be worse. Just makes the road so slick. So this is at 90 in Zarzamora, and it is starting to cause some backups. You see the flashing lights. This came in as a rollover just before 5 o'clock. and it looks like they're trying to get this cleaned up right now. But you're going to have to get over to the far left lanes if you're coming inbound on 90 into downtown. That is the exit ramp for Zarzamora. That is closed at the moment, and then they've got a couple more lanes closed here. Traffic is still getting by, and traffic is light enough to where there's not a lot of issues at the moment, but give it another hour. If this is still there, this will be a problem. And in fact, let me take you over to US 90 and Couples. Wrong one. Let's see if we can get over to that one. I'll find it. There we go. That's kind of another view of this, and you can see the cars hitting the brake lights there as they get a little closer to this crash. Also wanted to look at some of the other TransGuide shots to see if there's any fog out there. And we've had a couple spots where there is some fog. 281 in Bulverde, you can see visibility's down a little bit. It looks like the roads are a little damp. So this is just a good way to show you that, yeah, the roads could be slick in spots. As we look at the map, it is just this one issue that we're concerned about right now. And so far, we're still getting green on the map, which indicates that cars are moving or vehicles are moving at posted speeds. So okay for the moment. We'll keep tabs on it. And Mike, I'm guessing that drizzle and fog could create a few more slowdowns before the morning's over with.
Yeah, probably so. I mean, we haven't had rain since over the weekend, and, you know, some of the oil, the dirt that kind of builds up on there. So I didn't see anything coming into work. Did y'all see any mist or anything? Okay, Mark saw some, and Justin saw a little bit. So, yeah, there is obviously some out there. All right, last night we had clear enough skies, and this was the full pink moon on the 23rd. Beautiful, beautiful view. So it's now the waning gibbous moon. Not going to see any moon, not going to see any sun this morning with all this. And you can see, again, that kind of haze. There was the better picture of it that Justin showed with that kind of glow around the street lights there. But you can see over there at 10 at 410, reflection off the road. So, yeah, the roads are damp. 1.25 miles visibility, Kerrville, 1.5 miles Bernie, and then a little bit is starting to invade the northern portion of the city. Not too bad down to the south, but again, this is going to continue to be the case for the next couple of hours. It's going to be sticking around. And then tomorrow morning, as well as Friday morning, Saturday, just get used to this morning mist, drizzle, fog sort of stuff out there. Dew point temperatures have gone up 10, 15, almost 20 degrees in some spots compared to this time yesterday. So that much more humidity has moved on in here. And I hate to say it, but humidity's not going anywhere. We've got this southeasterly flow coming in here off the Gulf of Mexico, so that's just going to remain the case. So that's why we have the morning mist and drizzle and fog around there. It'll be sticking around for a while, and then we're going to make it up to 76 at noon and top off today at 83. There may be a little bit of sunshine. I wouldn't count on a whole bunch of it, though. Just, scattered little glimpses, I think, here and there. Let's jump ahead into Friday. Now, some mist and drizzle around in the morning. Long-range computer model. Always got to, kind of clarify this, that kind of paints things in with a broad brush. There will be that mist starting off, and the first part of the Battle of Flowers parade starts. The vanguard's just before 10 o'clock in the morning. Parade gets going, so there will be some of this leftover around here. Then, as we go on in through the heart of the parade, just cloudy skies, maybe, mist, drizzle, sprinkle here or there. Chance for some rain later on. I think the majority of this is going to hold off until later on in the afternoon, so it shouldn't affect the parade on Friday. But jump ahead to Saturday, and that's when we're going to have another chance for showers and thunderstorms around here. Very volatile atmosphere on Saturday. We were looking at some of the numbers this morning, and it's like off the charts, and it's not going to take much as far as getting something going with stronger storms. However, it is looking like most of those would wait until later on Saturday night. So I think things right now are leaning in favor of a dry flambeau parade, but we will definitely have to be watching this as time rolls on into Saturday night. So hot, humid is pretty much the call all around the rest of the week and going into the weekend. And then a couple of these showers, especially later Friday, a morning mist and drizzle, that's pretty much a given around here. And then late Saturday, overnight into Sunday is going to be the better chance for some rain, and then a few leftover showers and even maybe a thunderstorm on Sunday. More after this. Stick around.
Apple has announced the date for its new products event. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has details in today's Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, Apple's new invite. It was posted by CEO Tim Cook, who says pencil us in for May 7th. The virtual event is expected to focus on Apple's iPads. Reports say there will be significant improvements to the iPad Pro and possibly even a new Apple Pencil. And XTV is coming to a streaming device near you. The social media site will soon have a dedicated smart TV app, which will be used for videos uploaded to X. A launch date has not yet been set, but according to the company, the app will be available on most smart televisions soon. Finally, Amazon has launched a grocery delivery subscription service in more than 3,500 cities. Subscribers get free delivery on orders over $35 from Amazon Fresh, Whole Foods, and other select retailers. It costs $9.99 a month for Prime members. Interesting. This might be something I myself check out. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
Time now is 5:28. It's 70 degrees.
Well, for our next Know My Neighborhood segment, we are going to be where all the lights are bright. That's where we're going to be tonight, downtown. Up next, a preview of how the area brings tourists and locals together.
Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday. It is April 24th, and like a gazelle at the zoo.
Well, there's a lot going on traffic.
There is.
So that's why
Yes.
Justin is.
A quick check with you.
So Justin's in for RJ today. Good morning. You're fine.
I was trying to push buttons and it wasn't pushing the right button. But I'm here.
You're here, and then we're gonna talk to Mike first, so you can go back to that.
Go push your buttons.
I'll be ready.
There's a lot of mist and drizzle out there, which may be causing some problems on the roads, which the button pusher himself is going to be talking about in just a moment. Out there, 10 at 410, you can see a little bit of a sheen on the highway out there. We have some mist, some drizzle, as well as a couple little patches of fog around the area this morning. Temperature right now stands at 70. Just think. A couple of mornings ago, we were down in the low 50s, so a whole lot has changed. The humidity has really gone up, as well as expected with those southeasterly winds, and it is going to be on the breezy side throughout the day today. Visibility, not bad out at the airport or in places east and south, but you go over toward Castroville, a hint of that fog, and then especially up 10 in toward Bernie, as well as Kerrville. We do have a little bit of fog out there this morning, and we're going to be on the lookout for that, as well as more of this just kind of light little mist drizzle throughout the rest of the morning. Upper 60s, low 70s around here, way above normal temperatures. Again, a ton of humidity, and it's only going to continue to stick around and get pumped on in here with southeasterly winds throughout the day. Mold moderate. Pecan, pine, and grass are all on the low side. Updated count comes out later on this morning at 10 o'clock, or excuse me, at noon. We're going to be up to 76 degrees, and then later on today up to 83, maybe a peak of sunshine. I'm kind of thinking we're going to be a lot like yesterday, where there wasn't really anything out there as far as sunshine. Also, it is going to be on the breezy side. Now, we will continue with same kind of mornings the next few mornings as far as mist and drizzle. Then some rain chances. Big question. It's going to affect any of the upcoming parades. Details on that in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority. Justin, what's going on out there?
I got my buttons in order. Okay. Let me take you to 90 in Zarzamora. This has been the problem for the last hour or so. And you can see that we have still a lot of first responders on the scene here. There was a rollover. Now, it does look like they have it on the tow truck now. So there should be some clearing of this soon. But at least at the moment, they're still working on this. And so traffic is having to move to the far left lanes. There's 3 lanes getting by. So traffic is still moving at posted speeds other than right where this accident is. And obviously, if you see flashing lights, you got to slow down or at least move over a lane. We can take you back to 90 and Couples, and this is sort of another view of it as you're coming up on it. You can see the cars having to hit the brakes as they get over to that far left lane. They are making quick work of this, though, and it likely will be cleared up soon. Otherwise, looking at quiet conditions over the rest of San Antonio, we do have a stall there along 35. That's not causing any problems. And even in the normal areas here up along I-35, where we typically start to see some slowdowns at this hour, nothing yet. That's good news. We do also have another stall over at 410 and Bandera, but it also is not causing any big issues. That one problem that we see here along 90 and Zarzamora, there is also green on the map, and that just tells us that traffic is flowing fine, at least for the moment. We'll keep you posted if anything changes, guys.
Thank you, Justin. 2 educators from different local school districts, both accused of having an improper relationship with a student. First, 27-year-old Andrew McCown, a teacher and football coach at Roosevelt High School with Northeast ISD. Police say back in March, the school district informed them one of its teachers was being investigated for an improper relationship with a 17-year-old student. After interviewing the student, SAPD says McCown would not cooperate with the investigation. Now police are trying to figure out if there could be more victims from other school districts McCown was employed with.
So we're hoping that by showing the teacher right now, if there are any other students who may be victims, that they come forward and see if there's any other victims out there.
We asked NEISD about McCown's employment status with the district. A spokesperson replied, quote, "The district will move forward with the termination process," end quote. A Tennessee bill letting teachers carry guns in schools is on track to become law.
As CNN's Amy Kiley reports, it's drawing powerful reactions. However, most states already have some kind of statute along these lines, and the list is growing.
Their blood is on your hands!
Reactions are heated as a Tennessee bill allowing armed teachers is on track to become law. It's heading to the governor with enough support to override a potential veto after this House vote yesterday.
State troopers, please clear the gallery on both sides.
Opponents say they worry it could make schools more dangerous.
I spent this morning talking to Representative Williams, trying to ask him to add amendments to make it so kids won't die from this bill, all to no avail.
The goal is to get firearms away from schools, not put them in the schools.
Supporters say they want a way to stop school shooters quickly after a gunman left 6 dead at a Nashville elementary school last year.
A school's ability to respond in a timely manner is going to be the #1 indicator on the ability to save lives.
Most states have some kind of law allowing armed educators. That's according to the Giffords Law Center. It says some let people with concealed carry permits keep guns in locked cars on K-12 campuses. Others go further, allowing schools to decide whether individuals can carry firearms. A few states even let members of the public with concealed carry permits bring guns into schools.
You don't have time to just sit and wait for police to arrive, because by the time they get there, the majority of the killing is already done.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
The Houston Texans have debuted their new 2024 jerseys in a monumental way. The new custom design was unveiled on the Sam Houston statue on I-45 up in Huntsville. A crane outfitted with the monument with the new dark blue Houston Texans jersey that reads H-Town. Check it out. The statue towers about 70 feet over Interstate 45. So far, the new uniforms are a huge hit with fans. Let's talk Fiesta once again. This weekend, the King William Fair, known as one of the best family-friendly Fiesta events, happening this Saturday. More than 200 arts and craft vendors are expected to be a part of this year's event.
That's right. Well, last year the fair had some issues with their tickets. But they tell our Patty Santos that they fixed those issues and they're back to the old way of doing things. And so I guess that's good news for participants.
They had some unhappy campers last year.
Yeah, we heard all about it. So this year it is out with a new and back to the old. Last year, the King William Fair tried out these wristbands. The problem was that when money was not showing up, when the customers were trying to buy food and drinks at the fair. So this year, they're going to go back to paper tickets. You can buy the tickets ahead of Saturday or on site. And here's what's also new at the fair this year. They have 220 vendors scheduled. Now, the fair, which started in 1968, was just one block. This weekend, there will be 20 blocks, and it includes a parade that starts at 9 a.m., live music and food and fun for the kids. The entry fees are going down this year as well, and that's always good news.
This year, we're doing $15 in advance, 20 day of, and we've worked with our vendors to really try to keep our food prices and our beverage prices about the same as they were last year. There are some small increases just because of the increases in the price of their raw materials.
And coming up in the next hour, we're going to talk about how the organizers are taking steps to make sure this event is more earth-friendly and why you might need a bubble machine to celebrate.
Thank you, Patty. Right now, we're at 539, 70 degrees.
And we are getting ready to debut a brand new episode of our Know My Neighborhood series. So coming up next, a first look at where we're taking tonight's 6 o'clock newscast.
Right now, we are taking you outside with live cam. Very muggy, a little bit of fog, a little bit of drizzle, depending on where you are at here in town on this early Wednesday morning. You're watching GMSA. 542 is perhaps the most recognizable part of town, and it's an area that brings tourists and locals together.
So later today, we are taking the 6 p.m. news on the road in a brand new installment of our Know My Neighborhood series. So here's a preview of the voices and challenges of living in downtown San Antonio.
Well, we're a neighborhood, yes. We know our neighbors. And you can tell worker bees, and you can tell tourists, and you can tell residents.
Nobody's defined by the things that they own.
Affordable housing is an issue in our community.
People go through hard times. People go through struggles.
It's a mess. Yeah, it's a lot of construction going on.
Sidewalks are closed, some roads are closed right now. I know it's pretty unavoidable, but the construction.
We'd like for it to be done and so we can get around a lot easier.
It gets hectic at times. You know, I understand the reason for it, but it's been quite some time navigating.
You have to know that you're going to hear the rambling of the Spurs winds downtown, down Commerce Street. Yeah. You're going to hear the horns of Fiesta for 2+ weeks. San Antonians love to party. Downtown isn't just for tourists anymore. It is a place where people work, live, and play.
So it is our neighborhood, but it's everybody's place to come.
Well, coming up on GMSA at 9, our Steve Spreester will join us to talk about the next installment of our Know My Neighborhood series. Make sure to tune in to the news at 6 p.m. as well for the hour-long special.
He's going to be here.
Yes.
Okay, we get to see him again.
We get to visit with him.
All right. Yeah. Otherwise, we would never see this guy because of our opposite shifts.
Fiesta, maybe.
That's true. That's true. 544, 70 degrees on your Wednesday.
Well, stay with us. The Animal Defense League is next with a pet you might want to take home with you today.
Well, yes, it does take two to sometimes wrangle a little kitty because those get those sharp claws through T-shirts. But Felicia's here from the Animal Defense League, and who's this little baby?
This is KSAT, and he is a sibling of Empanada, who we had last week. Okay. And he is her brother, and he is available for adoption very, very soon. If not this week, definitely next week. But he is super sweet. He, of course, was in foster care as well with his sister, and they are happy, healthy, and ready to find their forever family.
That little face, those little kitty faces there. And you think about it, I mean, if you get brother and sister together, they keep each other company, use the same litter box. It's kind of, having two is not that much different than having one, right?
Yeah, exactly. And they get to grow up together, which is fantastic.
Do you want to be adopted with your sister? Yes, indeed. Oh, so what y'all got going on?
Well, you know, of course, we have all of our pets that are available for adoption at both of our locations, Nacogdoches and our Paul Jolly Adoption Center right across from the zoo. But we also have a lot of off-site adoption events throughout the weekends. So if you go to adltexas.org/events, you can see all of the events that we will be at, where we will be throughout the community. You know, we're at PetSmart and Petco, and we have those adoption events where we take all of our cute little adoptable babies out to those events. So come on out, visit us, learn more about ADL, who we are, what we do. We've been around for 90 years, which is amazing. And we have so many opportunities, whether you want to adopt, volunteer, foster, donate. There's so many opportunities for you to help little babies like this one.
This is why I love Felicia, because I'm snuggling the kitty and she's just talking. I don't have to do anything. But oh my goodness. Sorry. Well, if you'd like more information about little quesadilla and empanada, again, brother-sister duo, head on over to 11300 Nacogdoches, Paul Jolly Center across from the zoo, or adltexas.org. Thank you, dear.
Thank you.
Empanada.
Aw, just in time for Fiesta.
Very cute. All right, here's a look at that incident we have going on at 90 and Zarzamora. Still some flashing lights there. They're still trying to get this cleaned up, and that is the exit ramp there off of 90 towards Zarzamora. As we've been saying, traffic is flowing fine for now, but as this volume starts to pick up, there could be more issues if this lingers a little bit longer. And this came in as a rollover around 5 o'clock this morning. And it's still there. They're still trying to get this cleaned up with that exit ramp still being blocked. We can still see the backup also as you get over towards 90 and Couples. See the flares here on the right side of the road, so everyone's having to move over to the far left lanes. Otherwise, on TransGuide, there's not a lot else out there. I'll flip over to 281 in Borgfeld. Just a hint of fog there with the lights. And as you go further north with some of these TransGuide cameras, we are noticing that there is a little bit of fog in spots. Looks like we have a crash coming in there along 410 near 151. We'll check that out. But that is, it's showing up as a stall, but that is a crash there at 90 and Zarzamora. But traffic still seems to be flowing just fine.
Thank you, Justin.
Empanada and quesadilla. You like those names? What food names would you name little kid, do you think?
Oh man, there's so many good ones. What do we go with? Croissant?
Crackers.
Ah, okay.
Scone,
if
muffin.
it's a French bulldog, you name it that, right?
That's right, yeah.
Pizza. Yeah.
Last night.
Hey, Churro, come here.
Oh, that's cute
Justin
too.
was out late, along with Sarah over there at Pika Pika Plaza. Medal giveaway. Always wonderful folks out
We
there.
had fun. We had a lot of fun. And they made us a cake that said KSAT 12. It's in the break room.
That is.
I'm surprised it's not gone yet.
Yeah,
that
I
cake.
saw that.
I saw that
It's
too.
very nice.
I just had a bite. It's delicious, by the way.
Did you?
So. And folks down there are
Good
just
breakfast.
fantastic.
That's why he's all sugared
That's
up.
smart that you brought a megaphone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We've
Oh
been doing
yeah.
that for
Sarah, she knows. Yeah,
That's smart. We probably needed that on
Yeah.
Friday as well.
So thank you for the KSAT Connect picture.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that. So, all right. Yeah, it's kind of murky out there this morning. Visibility's not bad, but you can see sort of the non-distinct line right there along the horizon and a bit of a reflection off the road. So there is some mist, a little bit of drizzle. Visibilities, again, are okay around the area right now. A little bit thicker. It's been kind of going back and forth there, heading out I-10 and toward Bernie as well as Kerrville. So obviously the morning's still early, and as we approach sunrise, especially, we're going to start to see a little bit more in the way of some of this fog, mist, and drizzle. And yeah, just a little bit of it here and there. Temperatures are going to be staying steady, upper 60s, low 70s this morning with all of that humidity in the cloud cover. Maybe a peak or two of sunshine today. I wouldn't bank on a lot of it. Hopefully not with all the humidity out there, because that will just make it that much more steamy out there. And 83 for a high temperature later on this afternoon. Again, we're jumping ahead to the next couple of mornings. Same thing. Tomorrow morning, Friday morning, mist and drizzle. So with the parade Friday starting right around 10 o'clock, 10:30, the Vanguard early, obviously, there may be some leftover mist and drizzle and some damp roads out there. So just something to keep in mind. And then as we go on into the rest of the parade time, there could be a sprinkly shower around the area. You can't completely rule that out, but the better chance of rain is going to be then later on Friday night. Now, got to jump ahead to Saturday, and that's when we're going to have a better chance, I think, for some showers and thunderstorms around here. This first low is going to sort of scooch past here. Another one's going to fill in right behind it, and that's going to really kind of get things going on Saturday night. The atmosphere is going to be very, very volatile on Saturday. It's going to be very hot and humid, and we'll have those showers and thunderstorms, especially later on Saturday night. I think the brunt of it, as it looks right now, everything's going to wait till late Saturday night. But we'll still have to be on the lookout for that. Mist, drizzle, very warm and humid mornings and throughout the afternoons. Mid-80s all the way through the rest of the week. A couple of showers later Friday, and then again Saturday night into Sunday, and even a few leftover showers there. So get back to feeling like Fiesta out there. Hot and humid. More after this. Stick.
A reminder, KSAT is your Fiesta authority. Scan the QR code you're about to see to go straight to our Fiesta 2024 page on our website. That's where you can find info about medals, giveaways, Fiesta events, and those parade routes. Well, if you're going to King William Fair this Saturday, things will look a little different. Patty Santos is back to tell us why that's actually a good thing. And up next, they have put in the hard work, and now they're being praised for it. We'll introduce you to some local students making big waves before they graduate. And TransGuide right now, for some of you, you might see some fog or drizzle as you head out for our early morning commute. Justin Horn is in for RJ, and we'll talk to him and get an update coming up at the top of the hour.